You need money to make it out the hood is the biggest misconception ever. I'm telling you right now, you do not need money to move out the hood, and I'm finna put you on exactly how to do it. Now, I done been in the hood my whole entire life, y'all. I done had people killed in front of me. I done been locked up. I done been back and forth to court. I done been in the streets. I done sold drugs. I done did all these different things, y'all, and I done literally live a whole different life now. You feel what I'm saying? I'm finna put y'all on exactly how to get out the hood, okay? And I done got out the hood. I done moved out the hood. You feel what I'm saying? I done did it with little to no money. And I'm finna put y'all on right now how to do it. All right, so number one, you finna change your environment, gang. All right, now, my suggestion, this is what I did in my life. I ain't saying everybody can do this because everybody ain't got the type of drive or the money to do this, but I moved. You feel what I'm saying? I physically moved away from my hood. I physically moved away from my city, from my all that. I moved away. You feel what I'm saying? I moved halfway across the country. Didn't know nobody. Didn't have no money. Didn't have nothing but ambition in my mind to say, you know what? Let's just see what the world got. Now, for the people who ain't got the grit, the knowledge, the money, anything to do that or whatever, this is how you can do it while you staying in your own city, your own environment. You can still move out the hood and still be in your own place. And I'm gonna put you on. So number one, you want to find the environments that are good in your city. Everybody know where the rich people be at. Everybody know where the nice neighborhoods is in their cities. You feel what I'm saying? You want to find them areas. You feel what I'm saying? And you need to go kick it in those areas, okay? So if you be in the hood 10 hours out the day, shorty, you need to go to that good neighborhood, find you a Starbucks, folk, find you a coffee shop, shorty, find you, I don't know, a recreation center, play tennis, I don't care what it is, folks. Find your way to kick it in these nice neighborhoods for majority of your time throughout the day, folks. So let's just say you actually live in the hood, you feel what I'm saying? You go back to the hood, you sleep your 8 hours, 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock a.m., shorty, you is going to this neighborhood that's over here, folks, and you staying over there all day, and then you going back home. What that's going to do is it's going to start to change your mindset, okay? You're going to start seeing different people, different interactions, people coming from different backgrounds, different demographics, all this type of stuff like that. Now, I'm from Chicago, from Southside Chicago, shorty, and we super segregated. We super segregated. So that's a good thing, and it's a bad thing depending on how you look at it, but I only see the positives in front of them. So instantly, I know exactly where the good, rich people, whatever, people who try to do something with their life, I know where they hang out. So that's what I was doing, folks. That's what I was doing. I'm going to their neighborhood, their environment, kicking it with them, and I'm learning from them, and I'm watching them, and I'm seeing how they act. Ain't a lot of shooting going on, ain't a lot of killing going on, ain't a lot of BS. People ain't fighting. People ain't going crazy. It's people more respectful in front of, you feel me? So I'm learning from them. I'm letting this absorb into me, gang. You feel what I'm saying? I'm letting them absorb into me. And that is what kicking it in that environment is going to do for you, folks. It's going to put you in a completely different vibration, folks. Because when you over here and there's people getting into it, they fighting and killing and all that stuff and crazy stuff going on, that's the norm, folks. That's the vibration you at. Think about that as vibration 3. You feel what I'm saying? That's vibration 3. When you go over here, people being nice, they eating good, they looking good, they well, people over here getting married and doing all that stuff, that's like vibration 7, folks. And you 3, you trying to go from 3 to 7. You can't go instantly, shorty. It even take time to go up for the elevator, take time to go up in the vibration, folks. So you kicking it, you in 3, you start going over there, now you at 4. Now you at 4.5. Now you at 5. Now you feel what I'm saying? You steady moving. But as you moving up in these vibrations and you steady going back to the hood, to the neighborhood, or wherever you don't necessarily want to be, or whatever is classified as the hood to you, because the hood is not a physical location, the hood is a mindset. But put y'all on right now, the hood is a mindset, not a physical location. Let me say it one more time. The hood is a mindset, not a physical location, folks. So you steady going back there and you're going to start to see the differences. You're going to be like, hold on. The stuff that I thought was cool back then ain't cool to me no more. I was doing this every day. Now I'm not doing this every day simply because you started kicking time in a different environment. And let me tell you something about your environment, folks. Your environment thinks for you when you are not thinking. On the guys, your environment thinks for you when you are not thinking, okay? So when you kicking it in a bad neighborhood, in a place you don't want to be at, right? And these people steady stealing, they robbing, they looting, they shooting. You ain't thinking, right? You tired, you think what they say. You get up every day, what we finna do? We finna go bust a drill. We finna go get it in. We finna go slide. Naturally, just by human association, you're going to end up in that circle, in that vortex, in that cyclone, what T-Pain say on front of them. You're going to naturally do that. But if you steady waking up around people every day who say, oh, I'm finna go get in the stock market. Oh, I'm finna go talk to my wife. Oh, I'm finna go do this book report. Oh, I'm finna go do this. Naturally, you're going to start doing what they do. Birds of a feather flock together in the same way it work in jail, the same way it work in the court, guilty by association on the guys. It work the same way. You feel me? It worked the same way, so you just need to start associating with people who doing it better over there. And that lead me right into the second point with managing your time, okay? You want to spend this time in them neighborhoods bro. If you spend less time with the BS, you start spending more time in the stuff you want to, you're going to absorb all that energy, gang. Now let's go to point number 3. You want to befriend people who are not like you. On front of them. You want to be friends with people you would have never grown up with, okay? If you grew up around robbers, drug dealers, and scammers, you want to befriend lawyers, tax people, CPAs, astrology people, NASA. You want to kick it with people like that. Why? Because you want to diversify your mindset, diversify your time, your portfolio, and your circle. When rich people always say diversify your assets. You want to diversify your assets, your people, your friends, because you're finna start getting put on to ways of life that you didn't even know exist. On the guys, I ain't know nobody that was not from the hood until I went all the way over to, I think, to college. Mind you, college, you way grown at that time, 18, 19, you been buck wild. You feel me? At least when you come from the city, you been buck wild. You feel me? So whole time, all I knew was the streets, people from the streets, everybody knew from the hood, we all from the hood, that's just how we lived our life. But when I started meeting people from the suburbs, people who had like decent families, who was like doing stuff, they had swimming pools in their backyard, they had all this. When I started meeting people like this, and they were still black, I'm like, hold on, gang. I think it's time to investigate. You feel what I'm saying? It started making me think different. You feel me? I was hanging out with them and it was putting me in different positions. You know, kicking it meant different things. Like, it's like I would kick it and smoke and drink over here, but it'll be different when I kick it and smoke and drink over here. You feel me? It's like the drug or the activity wasn't attached to nothing. You feel what I'm saying? When we smoking and drinking over here, we in the trap, we riding around, we doing what we ain't supposed to be doing. But when we smoking and drinking over here, it's like we poolside, we kicking it, we talking about growth. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff like that. Same action, different environment. Come on, folks, I'm kicking it right now. Stay with me. Stay with me, gang. Stay with me. Don't lose me. Now, what you want to do is when you get around these people, when you befriend these people, right, and make it genuine. Don't try to use them. Make it genuine, gang. When you befriend these people, you want to be taking notes on how they're living their life and apply those good things to your life, folks. You want to apply the good things to your life, folks. For me, I didn't have any discipline on like drinking or smoking or anything like that, and I learned that from people that I didn't grow up with. Now I have discipline, but I didn't know nobody with discipline because smoking every day was just regular. Everybody in the hood smoked, everybody in the hood drank. It's just regular. I didn't think nothing of it because that's just where I came from. Bro, stay with me now. So whole time, and I got my notes right here too, because I'm really finna get on here and get this message to y'all. Now, when you kicking around these people, you may feel an identity crisis start to happen, folks. You may feel an identity crisis start to happen, folks. But let me tell you, that's completely normal, shorty. You coming from vibration 3 to vibration 7, shorty. You are not going to be able to recognize yourself by the time you get to 3.1. You feel what I'm saying? And it just keeps going on and on and on. Your iPhone don't look the same on iOS 300,000 that it did on iOS 40. You feel what I'm saying? Still the same phone. Different system processor. Come on now, stay with me, gang. You're updating your own mind. You're updating your own software, folks. Stay with me now. So let's keep this in mind. When you start to get this sort of identity crisis, folks, you want to take a step back and don't try to conform to who these people are because you are still you. Just because you from the hood don't make you less than, folks. Just because you come from where you come from don't mean you less than anything, folks. People who are in these positions might try to make you feel bad, shorty, because of where you came from. They might try to alienate you. They might try to talk down on you, whatever. Folks, don't fall for the trick, shorty. It's a trick, folks. Don't do it. Remember who you are. Take pride in where you come from. But if you want better for your life, make the necessary steps, okay? When you get from one stair all the way to the top of the staircase is a reason why you're tired. Because you put in work to get up there. Come on, folks. Pass the collection plate, shorty. I'm preaching on the gas. And then number 4 right here, you want to make sure you documenting your process, shorty, okay? The biggest thing in my life that I felt was my enemy was my memory, folks. I could never remember where I was before. And not that I got memory problems. I don't speak that type of life over myself, you feel what I'm saying? But I would be going so far and I couldn't remember where I came, so I feel like I'm constantly starting over. You want to document your process, shorty. Make you a video, write you a journal, get you a journal. I got a journal sitting right here. I'm not lying, folks. I'm not lying. I'm practicing when I preach, gang. So you want to get you a journal. You want to make you a video. You want to do things. Talk about it. get you a therapist, get some type of way to track your progress, folks, because there's going to be times where you get these identity crisis. You're going to be forgetting where you're going. You're going to be talking to people who you used to kick it with all the time. It's going to feel good. You want to kind of go back. But then when you open that journal up and you read, man, I'm starting to see life different. Man, life's starting to look up. Man, I'm starting to love the way things look. And it's starting to not match up with the stuff you seeing around your crib every day. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to start to mess your whole mind up in a good way, and it's going to want you keep more. And once you taste that honey, folk, I'm telling you, you not going to want nothing else. You ain't going to want nothing else, gang. And then step number 5, rinse and repeat, shorty. Rinse and repeat, folk, okay? It takes time to get from here to here. Okay, name a destination you went in your car that you instantly appeared at, folks. It takes time, shorty. Okay, but you had to be dedicated, folks. And mind you, I didn't just tell you anything that required an immense amount of money. If you don't got no car, shorty, hop on the bus. Period. If you ain't got no car, hop on the bus, shorty. You can go chill in cafes, get you a latte, a muffin, all these things. That's under $5. You feel what I'm saying? That's under $5. If you ain't working, you ain't getting no money, then that's for another video, shorty. We ain't talking about all that. You feel what I'm saying? We talking about if you really want to make it out the hood and you don't need a lot of money, little to no money. You feel what I'm saying? If you can find you a co-working space, a park, you feel me? If it's nice outside, you can go find you a park in a nice neighborhood, sit there every day and just get a notebook and just draw. That's free on the gas. You feel what I'm saying? So those is 5 steps that will help you move out the hood, you feel what I'm saying, for little to no money, okay? It's a misconception of saying you need all this bread, you need to go move to a big house, get all these fancy cars, fast cars, all to move out the hood. We see these rappers go from the hood to be rich all the time, and guess where they go? They go from the hood to being rich to right to jail. I'm fooling them because they didn't grow their minds on the guys. They didn't grow their minds first, you feel me? This right here is where the hood is. This is where the shackles are. This is where the prison is, folks. It's right here. People be locked up and they never did a day in jail. Come on now. You feel what I'm saying? It's right here. You want to make sure you're changing this right here, folks, because these eyes right here, they send information and signals back up to this brain to say, hey, I'm okay. Hey, I'm in danger. Hey, I'm not. You feel what I'm saying? And you control the sensories. You are the master of your own world. On the guys, you can do it, folks. You feel me? And you don't need a whole lot of money to do it. 5 steps. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go over one more time. You want to change that environment. You want to manage your time. Befriend people who are not like you. Document your process. Rinse and repeat. That's it, shorty. I'm gone.